You've probably never heard of the Hala'ib Triangle, but this stretch of desert along the Red Sea has quietly become one of the most hotly contested and potentially explosive land disputes in Africa. Egypt and Sudan, two countries with shared history, culture, and colonial wounds, are now entangled in a secret war over borders, identity, and power. This isn't just about maps. It's about oil, nationalism, and unfinished business left behind by colonial empires. And today, with rising military tensions and hidden alliances, that forgotten border could spark a very real conflict. So, how did it all begin? To understand the Egypt-Sudan dispute, we have to rewind to the 19th century, when neither country truly controlled its own fate. In 1899, Egypt and Britain signed an agreement that created the Anglo-Egyptian Condominium, essentially joint rule over Sudan. Under this system, Sudan was administered by Britain but nominally owned by Egypt. That already set up contradictions. Then, in 1902, the British unilaterally redrew the border, placing the Hala'ib Triangle, about 20,000 square kilometers of land, under Sudanese control. Why? Because it was easier for Khartoum to administer than Cairo. It was a decision of convenience, not sovereignty. Neither Egypt nor Sudan were fully independent at the time, but that single cartographic choice would haunt them for a century. Fast forward to 1956. Sudan gains independence from both Britain and Egypt. Now, that 1902 border isn't just a technicality, it's a national issue. Sudan claims the Hala'ib Triangle based on the British map. Egypt rejects that, citing the 1899 agreement. Both countries now lay claim to the same piece of land. For a while, things remained tense, but mostly peaceful. Then came 1992. Sudan grants oil exploration rights in the Red Sea area near Hala'ib to a Canadian company. Egypt sees this as a direct challenge. President Hosni Mubarak sends troops into the Hala'ib Triangle, effectively taking full control. Since then, Egypt has built infrastructure, conducted elections, and treated the area as part of its Red Sea Governorate. Sudan, on the other hand, continues to claim the territory, even including it on official maps. But the real tension? It's what lies beneath the sand. The Hala'ib Triangle isn't just desert. It's rich in minerals, possibly oil and gas. And its strategic location near the Red Sea gives it geopolitical importance for trade and military positioning. For over 30 years, this has become a cold conflict. No official war, no battles, but beneath the surface, espionage, military buildup, and diplomatic shadowboxing. Egypt has solidified its hold, stationing troops, building roads, and encouraging loyal tribes to settle. Sudan, meanwhile, has tried to internationalize the issue, bringing it to the African Union and the United Nations. But Egypt refuses arbitration, insisting the territory is non-negotiable.
This isn't happening in isolation. Egypt is in a broader struggle with Ethiopia over the Grand Renaissance Dam, another water-related crisis. And guess who's backing Ethiopia? Sudan. The alliance between Sudan and Ethiopia has raised alarms in Cairo, which sees it as an attempt to encircle Egypt strategically. Egypt has responded by forging closer ties with Eritrea and South Sudan, both neighbors and rivals of Sudan. This quiet conflict is part of a bigger regional chessboard. Most experts say a full-scale war between Egypt and Sudan is unlikely for now, but the potential is there. Any spark, an oil discovery, a water dispute, or tribal uprising, could turn this into a live conflict. Egypt, with one of the strongest militaries in Africa, would have the upper hand. But Sudan, post-coup and politically unstable, is unpredictable, and unpredictable actors can be dangerous. This story isn't just about two nations. It's about the lingering scars of colonialism, the dangers of arbitrary borders, and the quiet wars that shape our world behind the scenes. The Hala'ib Triangle might be small on the map, but it sits at the crossroads of history, geography, and ambition. So next time you hear about tensions in the Middle East or Africa, Remember this. Sometimes, the biggest conflicts don't make headlines. They simmer quietly in the sand until they explode. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you see the world differently, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more untold stories from history and geopolitics. See you in the next one.